Sreekrishnan was born on the day of Ashtamirohini in the month of Chingham. It was a terrible night. It was covered with tremors, with howling torrents and thunderbolts descending to the earth like pillars of fire. The Kamsakikaras, who were guarding the stone tower of the Devaki Vasudevas, curled up and fell asleep as the mist filtered down and the strong wind blew. It was at that time that Lord Vishnu took full incarnation as Krishna. Devaki, Krishna's mother, was seized by a great storm in Petunov too. Kamsa, the shepherd, killed his 6 golden sons mercilessly. The 7th child disappeared from the womb at half grown. It was believed that the 8th son would be the end of Kamsa. Even then, Kamsa, who had killed all his children, was waiting for this child with a rope of death with terrible preparations. That cry, which was bound by stomach pain and mother's grief, was melting coal to lungs, liver, the limbs. Vasudeva was bound by the chain and turned there helplessly. At the time of his birth, the Lord displayed his divine form in front of Devaki Vasudeva and became a child. He explained to them the steps to be taken while moving again. Again, Bhagavan looked at the child's form and smiled. According to the Lord's order, Vasudevar took the baby and left for Ambadi. On that fateful night, the gates were opened, and when the crisis was resolved, Vasudeva brought Krishna safely to Ambadi and returned to Kamsa's gate. Blessed by Krishna's childhood, Ambadi, Vandana and Yamuna's soreness became messengers of death. Kamsakikaras kept coming to Ambadi. Mathyavan was also led by Ali. Unnikannan, who saw Pudana's departure from Kannan, took off her breast and breastfed it with poison. Shagadasuran, Kabandan, Trinavartan, Akasuran, Behen, Krishna were trapped and killed by Koda Valan. Sudamav, a starving boy, is offered to Krishna as a meal. Irusavi was at Pani's ashram. Sandipavani. It was only after he became king that Krishna saw the Sakapadi again. That unforgettable childhood friendship. Sudam, who was starving, had become destitute. Kujela went back empty-handed after that extraordinary encounter with the weak Brahmin who had come to see his companion Maharaja. Kujela knew that his hut had turned into a palace only after he got there. The nun said that it was not possible to kill Krishna at Ambadi. Krishna wanted an entire nation. It is also said that The entire time was under the shadow of Krishna. Krishna lifted the Govardhana mountain, made it an umbrella and fed the Yadas. Thus Krishna can be killed at Ambadi, and Kamsa takes the opportunity to do so. Kamsan prepared the map to perform Krishna in Gramam, in Madura itself. His nephews Krishna and Balarama were also sent and invited. Krishna Balarama came to Madura. Knowing the Kamsa, then Krishna broke the bow that was placed for the puja. The fierce battle that followed resulted in the Ashagiris. Then the fierce battle that followed resulted in the Ashagiris Yama by the bands of Kamsa. Krishna, the world boomed. Henceforth, Krishna is the king of Madurai, cannot continue at Ambadi. It was a heartbreaking journey with Yashoda, who was brought up and fostered by Raj to Goa. Yogi Radha and countless friends, Gopikas, to pikes, cows, calves, the pangs of parting will break us. That Prakriti, but it is the law. Lord's mercy towards the devotees was unwavering. Panjali's heartbroken cries were not in vain. Panjali Putri, who became the greed and then the gambling of land, was living openly. Panchapandava also could not see the appearance of his wife. Even there, the hands of Dushasana, who was pulling the chela to support Krishna's mercy, were still clothed. Krishna witnessed the great battle of Dharmas at Kurukshetra, which became the deathbed of death. The Lord taught Arjuna the battle of truth and dharma through the Gita. Bhagavad Gita was become a guide to the perfection of human life. It's all over in the Kurukshetra land filled with the sounds of war. Only the flapping of eagles' wings and the ugly growl of meat-lobbed animals remained. Gandhari, the mother of 100 children, was taken by Krishna to the battlefield. A mother does not need seconds to recognize her own children in the midst of scattered human bodies. Screaming Gandhari, the corpses of children which had started to rot, ran around like a madman and hugged each other. Somewhere between consciousness and unconsciousness, the unfortunate woman turned to Krishna. You alone, Krishna, are the cause of all this great sin. Krishna, you are the only one to see. You and you are come to go. The curse of Mama Gandhari fell on Yedugula. A sad end awaited Krishna. The clan clashed and all three died. The great deluge swallowed Mara. Krishna was meditating the foot of his own death. Fate assigned that task to a hunter. A piece of metal taken from the stomach of the fish turned out to be a piece of iron leaf borne by a Yadava named Sambar due to the curses caused by the Sree Yedugula. Even though it was thrown into the sea, it was swallowed by the fish and fell into the hands of the hunter. The hunter who saw Bhagavat's body from a distance thought it was a black bear. Don't miss the target for the swiftness of fate. The arrow pierced Lord Krishna's foot and completed the mission. Lord Krishna sat meditatively to accept that tragic end. Dwapara Yuga transition has arrived.